Hear me out. Not only are the Rams going to make the Super Bowl this year, but they're also going to win it. Let's get into the video. So here we are back on the Rams Wire, and the article that I want to talk about in today's video is going to be what are the Rams Super Bowl odds entering the 2023 NFL season. And here's the thing about this article. It's not going to be good news for us Rams fans. Now, it's not a secret that people don't exactly believe in the Rams this year. Personally, I believe it's because we had so many injuries last year, and people saw how poorly we played with those injuries. We had like the most different starting lineups for our offensive line and even skill position, just different starting lineups changes out of the whole NFL, I believe. And, you know, that's just not a recipe for success. We still went 5-12, and that's not good. And that's what people think that we're going to be this year, even though we have a returning cast of healthy characters. Even though Cooper Kupp isn't healthy right now, I'm expecting him to be okay. I just personally drafted him in the third round of my fantasy draft last night. Luckily, my league waited, and I was able to get him in the third round rather than picking him with my number 4 pick. However, that's neither here nor there. Today, we're going to be talking about why the Rams can be a Super Bowl champion once again, just 2 years removed from our last championship season. But first, let's talk about what the odds are of that happening. And I will say before we even get started here, I have bet on the Rams to win the Super Bowl. Now, I also have bet on the Lions to win the Super Bowl, but, I like to spread my bets a little bit out, but I have bet on the Rams to win the Super Bowl, so I'm putting my money where my mouth is a bit. Unlike last season, the Rams aren't among the favorites to win it all, and that's another thing. Last season, we were among the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Now, things didn't go to plan. However, our roster is improved, if anything, and we have possibly health on our side. Now, I'm not saying that Matthew Stafford can't just break his leg in the first game of the season and we're screwed. That can happen. However, we're not going to have as bad of injuries as we did last year with Aaron Donald being out, Matthew Stafford being out, Cooper Kupp being out. Everyone was out at the last 8 games of the season. Everyone was out. I went to a Seahawks game. Literally no one was playing that I wanted to see, except for Jalen Ramsey, who is now gone, sadly. In fact, they're at the other end of the heap, sitting near the bottom of the league when it comes to Super Bowl odds. That's hardly surprising this is where who's writing this Rams article? Aren't you a Rams fan? Why are you saying it's hardly surprising to see that the Rams are at the bottom of Super Bowl odds? But either way, the Rams part with Jalen Ramsey, Bobby Wagner, Leonard Floyd, Allen Robinson. First of all, Allen Robinson did nothing. I don't know why he's part of this list. Leonard Floyd, it was sad for me to see him go. Bobby Wagner, I was expecting him to decrease, and he's getting older. But, it was sad to see these 3 leave. But, we do have very good players in those positions. So we have Ernest Jones, who I expect to be even better than Bobby Wagner this year. Leonard Floyd, we have Michael Hoyt, and we also have Byron Young, who's a young guy that could possibly develop quickly. And several other starters. No one else of note. They would have noted who they were if they were leaving. We got this doesn't mention that we got back John Johnson III. We picked up Ahkello Witherspoon. We recently picked up Duke Shelley. This isn't talking about the people we got back who weren't playing at the end of the season, such as Aaron Donald, such as Matthew Stafford, such as Cooper Kupp eventually. Who knows if he's going to be playing the first game. No one mentions that the last half of the season, we didn't have any of our starters playing. Our offensive line was in shambles. We picked up Steve Avila. It's crazy to me how no one is talking about how unhealthy the Rams were and how that directly correlated to us losing games. The additions have been modest too, signing the likes of Ahkello Witherspoon, like I said, John Johnson and Demarcus Robinson. And Demarcus Robinson isn't that big of a thing, but this leaves out also Duke Shelley. Who's writing this article? I want to know. Cameron DeSilva. Be better, dude. You should have a more optimistic outlook. Either way, Sean McVay, Aaron Donald, Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp are the primary members of this team that will keep the Rams competitive this season, potentially carrying them all the way to the playoffs. Okay, I like that. You're getting better. But expecting Los Angeles to make a run deep into the postseason is probably unwise. So here's the thing. People like to say, they might get to the playoffs. However, once they get there, they don't have the depth to go. Dude, it's whoever's healthy at the end of the day. Anything can happen. It's basically March Madness. Once you get into those playoffs, it's like whoever is on at that time, whoever's streaking at that time is going to win. Now, you could have the best team in the league, like the Chiefs, lose to the Bengals. Like, that can happen. It's not like it can't happen. And there's a reason why the Chiefs aren't like plus 200 or plus 300 to win the Super Bowl. They're like plus 800 at best. However, they're by far and away the best team. However, anything can happen when it comes to injuries, or when it comes to just not playing well in a single playoff game. Like, so to say that they aren't going to make a deep run, it's like, yeah, neither is probably the Cowboys, neither is probably the Eagles. Like, you can't predict who's going to be healthy at the end of the season and who's streaking. But with week 1 here, we're taking a look at the latest Super Bowl odds for the Rams. According to BetMGM, they're plus 8,000 to win it all, which means if you put $100 on them, it would return a profit of $8,000. Only 5 teams have worse odds than the Rams. The Bucks and Titans at plus 10,000, the Colts at plus 15,000, the Texans at plus 20,000, and the Cardinals at plus 40,000. So yeah, a lot of people like to put the Rams with teams such as the Cardinals and the Texans, where they have no chance. However, these teams have nowhere near the top end talent that the Rams have. Do they have an Aaron Donald? No. Do they have a Matthew Stafford? No. Kyler Murray's out. I'm not saying that I disagree with the Cardinals being plus 40,000. Yeah, I don't think that they have any chance. They don't have talent. The Rams actually have talent. So the fact that they are near the bottom of the league in terms of their odds to win the Super Bowl is an overreaction on the majority of people's parts. As soon as the Rams are 3-2 to start the season, everyone is going to be talking so much differently, and they're all going to be talking about how they were wrong going into this season. But yeah, that puts the Rams tied for 6th worst odds in the NFL, alongside the Falcons, Panthers, Raiders, and Commanders. They're massive long shots to hoist the Lombardi trophy, so bet at your own risk. Yeah, and I wouldn't be betting, anything that I wasn't willing to lose on the Rams winning the Super Bowl. I'm not delusional to say that the Rams are definitely going to win the Super Bowl. However, to say that they don't even have a chance, or that they're in the bottom 7 to 8 teams in the league in terms of their odds of winning the Super Bowl is crazy. They are at least in the top 10 of odds to win the Super Bowl, considering they have veteran players that have been there, and that we have the top end talent to go there. If you don't have top end talent, you're not going to be able to make plays like Cooper Kupp makes in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl to be able to win. However, the Rams do have that with Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and Aaron Donald, not to mention Aaron Donald being the best defensive player to ever play the game of football. And he has not shown any signs of regression other than not playing at the end of last year. So I just wanted to make this video to kind of let it be known that I believe that the Rams can make the Super Bowl, and I 100% think that they are going to make the playoffs. And if you don't think that, then I think that you are overreacting. There's a lot of people in my comments saying that I'm overreacting. You are overreacting if you have already written off the Rams season, considering how unhealthy the Rams were at the end of last season, and people are just attributing that team to this year's team. That's not how it works. The Rams are good. They're going to make the playoffs, and they have a chance to make the Super Bowl and win it. And that's all I wanted to say. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But other than that, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.